Welcome everyone to a GTL that I was not expecting to do today. Hargeet I didn't even tell him I was going to do one, but that's because I'm sure he's getting ready, or maybe he's already doing one with Boomstick, but he has one tonight with Mr. Boomstick. Anyways, the whole point of this episode is just to really rant a bit. I'm not going to be available this Saturday. I've got things to do, very important family things. And I was thinking about doing the show maybe Monday or Tuesday, maybe before Colt's show, or maybe even Tuesday, just to get another show in. But I decided to go ahead and just do it now by myself, which I normally don't do. Because I like to get other people's thoughts and opinions and everything. But anyways, today, as you guys know, probably by now, Microsoft has done something I consider to be kind of insane. I don't know where Microsoft's head's at. I don't know what's going on with Microsoft, but it seems like for years now, we've talked about how Microsoft has maybe done something really good, positive for the community. And then they seem to just step on that proverbial rake. They just seem to just take a step forward and two steps back all the time. And as you know, just about a month or so ago, we had price hikes on the console. And we've now got a console. The entry-level Series S console that was $299 is now, of course, $400, which is insane. And they have a console that's got 2 terabytes in the Series X that's $800. And you think, wow, could they do anything more stupid? Yes, they can. They can do something more stupid. Today, they decided to, and this is what's funny to me. Just before they did this yesterday, you had Sarah Bond come out and say that they had their most profitable year ever with Game Pass, making over $5 billion. Sounds great. Sounds lucrative. It's not enough for these companies. It's not enough. Obviously, because today they raised the price by 50%. 50%. What are we doing? What are we doing, Microsoft? 50%. $29.99 for Ultimate on your console now. And sure, somebody out there told me, well, it would be bad if they didn't add Ubisoft Classic and Fortnite. Who the fuck cares about those fucking things? It's a $30 a month subscription service now. People don't sign up for these things for Ubisoft Classic or Fortnite Crew or whatever the hell it is. Nobody gives a shit about that. And some people may ask, well, why do you care, Fonz? You're on PC. Why do you care, Fonz? You're not currently subscribed to Game Pass. I care because it affects all of the industry. Anytime things go up, other things go up in the industry. It matters to everybody. And people should get upset about higher prices, because what is this going to do now? In my estimation, what it's going to do now for Xbox is they're going to make it, because right now, currently, I don't see it being a very good value. But what they're going to do is try to make it a value, and they're going to push all their games to $80. I know they walked it back with the Outer Worlds 2 was supposed to be $80, but now they can just open that up again. They can do that for the rest of their game library, because why? They've got Game Pass. You want something cheaper? We've got Game Pass. I just think it's crazy, people. I think it's crazy where we're at right now. And I'm going to Twitter here because there's a lot of, I'm tired of seeing my big face up on the screen anyway. I'm sure you are too. But anyways, I posted a couple of things and I had to mute it. I had to mute it because there's just a lot of people that will defend egregious greed these business tactics. Yeah, it's just business. Yeah, I know it's just business. And it fucking sucks. It sucks. For anybody that defends anything, it's just $10 more. Yeah, that's what somebody told me. It's just $10 more. It's 50 fucking percent more. That's insane. Before I get to some of this stuff, I just want to say hello to some of you in the chat. I see you out there. Thank you for joining me on a special occasion. I did not expect to go live, but I had to say something about this, especially the day of. Maybe I'll do more little rants, maybe not be a GTL episode, but do some more rants when something comes out. Jump on stream and talk to you, because a lot of you that listen to me are very smart people. You guys know what's up. You know when you're getting shafted. Some other people out there, though, they just don't. They just don't. I was talking to a few people in DMs earlier, which I will not be showing, about this situation, and a lot of people seem to be very pissed about it. Even some diehard Xbox fans. And they should be. But again, I want to say what's up to, I see you, Mad Fwaz. I'm not sure, but you say, hey, Fonz. Hey, back. 9 Lives, 210. Thank you for being here. Nixie, Magnum, Otaku, Shaku. Thank you. We got, who else? For the Win. Thank you for being here. He says, definitely a dumbass move by Microsoft. I failed to see the positive here at all from this company. And this is why I'm truly baffled about what's going on here. What could it be other than greed? It is surely not the tariffs, so don't tell me that. Don't you guys dare say, oh, the tariffs caused this. This is all freaking digital. This is online. Look, it's crazy what is going on with Microsoft right now. I don't get it. It's almost as if they want to be out of the gaming scene. They want to push themselves out. Maybe they saw the light and multiplat's the way to go. Fuck the console. Fuck Game Pass. Because that's what it seems they're doing. A lot of people are leaving. I don't know if you saw Colt Eastwood's video earlier, but it seems that there's so many people unsubscribing from Game Pass this morning because of this news that it crashed the fucking site. What are we doing, Xbox? How did you not expect this? Time and time again, we're seeing companies this past decade come out and say, we've got record profits. We are doing so well, but we're upping the price of games. We're upping the price of consoles. We're upping the prices of GPUs. We're upping the prices of everything. Now your subscription service is that is the biggest amount I've seen for any subscription service of any media out there. Videos, movies, you name it. $29.99 is up there. If it's not the most expensive, it's up there. And Nixie says, can't say you didn't see this coming, mentioned on other shows. Brother, I said the same thing. I said this last year after they upped it that one time. I said, they're going to do it again. Watch. I said, they're going to do it to the point where they're going to price people out of Game Pass. And it's going to crush Game. I feel like this is the start of the demise of Game Pass, to be honest. Doom and gloom all you want. You can say, oh, you're just dooming and glooming. I'm telling you the fucking truth. I'm being 100% honest with you. This is how I feel. And I'm not even subscribed to the shit, but I'm telling you right now, I feel like this is the start of the collapse of Game Pass. $30 is a tall ask to ask of people. And for some of you out there saying, I still see the value in it, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's these tiny games that, you know, I didn't know I would like, but I tried them and I really liked them. Guess what? You wouldn't know anything about that fucking game if it wasn't thrown in the Game Pass and it didn't feel free anyway. It wouldn't be on your radar at all. You would never know about it. It doesn't matter. It's not one of those games you would have bought in the first place. So is it really a value to you? That's the way I started to look at Game Pass last year. And for me, I look at the bigger games. It was about the big titles for me. The games that would cost me that $70 price tag. I thought to myself, hey, wait a minute, are they putting enough in there for me? Because at the last price point, or I'm talking about the last price point. We're talking about $16.99 a month here before they did the first price hike. I thought to myself, hey, you know what? For this price, Xbox, at least put 4 games a year in there. 4 big games a year in there. It's, $70 games. Big blockbuster games. At least 4, and I think it's worth it for me. They can't even put 4 in there. They've never done that for me. Ever. And now at this current price, it's $360 a year. Do you really see yourself saying, hey, Xbox is going to put 6 big games in there that are $70 a pop to make this an actual value? No, they're not. I don't see 6 big games going into Game Pass annually. There's just no freaking way. I just don't see it. Game Pass is doomed at this price. If they don't walk it back, which I don't think they will, people, I really don't. It's inevitable. It's crash and burn time. I've got people that are diehard Xbox guys in my ear, in my DMs, telling me, lifelong Xbox guys, this is it for them. This is it. This is the last straw. It's happening. It's insane, people. And this is from a diehard little community that I know of. I know these people. I've known them for the last 7 years doing RDX, the Real Deal Xbox podcast. I know these people. I know they're legit. They're Xbox diehards, but they're sick and tired of it. They're getting nickel and dimed. And Xbox, if you don't see this, I don't know what you're looking at. You can't read a fucking room to save your life. You're all a bunch of goddamn idiots there. You can't run a company. You fucking can't. I don't get it. It's Little Evil. I don't think it has anything to do with Tim Dog. He said, Tim Dog curse. Tim Dog came back. Shout out to Tim Dog. Tim Dog's still a friend, but I'm telling you right now, this is insane. This is insane. Danny Passion official. He says Fonz Gaming, Game Pass is dead now. May not be for some of you, but for a lot of people, it is. A lot of you in my chat see it. I'm going through the chat now, and I'm just reading. And again, for those of you asking, if you didn't come in at the beginning, why do I care? I'm not subscribed to Game Pass anyway, because it trickles down everywhere else. The games will go up. Everywhere. Just to make it look like a good value. Do they need to do it? Fuck no. Fuck no, Xbox doesn't need to do this shit. They're doing it out of fucking greed. They just sang and danced about how they made $5 billion on this yesterday. And then up the price the very next day. How do you even freaking, as an Xbox diehard, how do you look at that and go, oh, seems legit. It's only $10. How do you do that? And for everybody saying, well, I'm just going to get Game Pass on PC. Well, it's $16.50 there now, I believe. Still too high in my opinion. They still have to get 4 games, big games out there at $70 a pop to really make that a deal. That's just my opinion. But that's the way I look at Game Pass. I don't look at these little rinky-dink games and go, well, it was a fun game while it lasted. I had fun with 20 of these tiny little games that are like fucking $3 on Steam during sales. Nobody gives a fuck about those. We're talking about the big games where it matters most. The ones that you put in there and say, well, that's what makes Game Pass a value. I've got these big games to look forward to. It's ridiculous. And I don't know. I haven't heard back from Hargeet. I texted him earlier. I was like, hey, man, this really sucks. Xbox is just, shit in the bed here. I haven't heard back from him. So I don't know what his thoughts on this would be. I'm sure we'd have a great show if he was here to defend it, if that's his take. But I'm telling you right now, I would not be backing that at all. We would be arguing about this. It's not value. It's not a great value. If anybody out there is saying it's the best fucking value in gaming still, sorry, but you're being just insane. Insane. I don't know. This is how I feel about it, guys. I just think it's freaking insane. And then today, like I said, I made a couple of posts, and I've seen where people are. Let me see if I can go to. Let me go to my profile because I've had to mute it. I've had to mute my tweet. This is what I put out originally. We've just had our most it says Xbox. This is Xbox saying we've just had our most profitable year ever with Game Pass, making over $5 billion. Also Xbox, hey, let's up the price to $30. So people here, some people understand. Darth Praxis gets it. Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. I see you, Face. I see what you're doing there, but you're honestly being sarcastic. Xbox Obi, Lord X Obi, if you guys remember him, he's on TikTok now. He says, fuck him. Fuck him. A lot of people feel this way. Jiu-Jitsu, that is crazy. I love Xbox and Game Pass. They sure don't know how to read the room. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. They don't get it. How do they run Xbox these days? Like, what are they doing? I mean, let's be honest. Xbox hasn't been ran very, very well in many years. But, goddamn, do they often shit the bed like this? And it's just insane to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm trying to look for the corporate greed is obscene. Yes, very much so. There was a post in here, or maybe it was on my other post. Somebody was telling me that, actually I read it somewhere else and I reposted it because, let me get to that. That is a different one. Let me see my replies. Yeah, here it is. I mean, I had to mute this guy. This is what he had to say. What is the big deal? $10 more. Why are people acting out over it? And Colt responded to him, it's one of the most expensive subs in entertainment, period. And it is. But this is the problem. People like this that will gobble up anything Xbox throws at them. I'm at the point now where I believe, seriously, with some people, not all of you Xbox guys, not all the diehards, but there's a few of you out there, at the very least, that if Microsoft gave you a plate full of shit and told you it tasted good and it was value, you'd fucking eat it. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel. There's so many of you out there that are like that. You can't see corporate greed if it's in your face. And it's right there on full display. You can't see it. Nixie, am I fucking wrong? Am I wrong to say that I believe that some of these fanboys would fucking eat shit off a plate if Microsoft said it tasted good and it was a value? I'm just telling you what I feel some of these guys look like sometimes. There's a lot of people still defending this, Nine Lives. But here's the kicker, Nine Lives. You're right to say that most people aren't. And that's the good thing. Or is it a bad thing? If you really liked Game Pass, that means Game Pass, this is the downfall of Game Pass. This means it's the downfall of Game Pass. Anybody that says otherwise is crazy. They broke the fucking site to cancel today. That's how many people were going to cancel Game Pass after this news. They broke it. By the way, this meme going off over and over with iShow Speed is just insane. I see you out there, Web Dave. He says, hit that like button. Thank you very much. Almost every other word is cutting out. I don't see how it would be cutting out. That's weird. Is it really? Am I cutting out? I didn't check my mic. I didn't check my mic. So I don't know if it was cutting out. Damn it. I should have checked it. I'm looking at it now, and it looks like it's my mic. Huh. Well, anyways, hopefully it doesn't do that again. All right, somebody said it's good now. Maybe I need to do this. D-Batch, bro, what the fuck is going on with Microsoft? And I know a lot of people give you a lot of shit, D. Even I will give you shit at times for some of the stuff you say. But at the end of the day, you're my friend. We've been friends for years. I am at a loss for what Microsoft is doing right now. I don't understand what's going on. It's like they don't know how to run a fucking company. Somebody says just, no, Web Dave is a homie. He's definitely not trying to silence me. Thank you very much, Danny Passion Official with the 2. He says, I'm with you. With $30, I can buy multiple games. Exactly. Like I said, there is so many smaller games that get put into Game Pass that people will talk up and they'll say, oh, it's a nice little find. It's a little gem. Sure it is. But guess what? Those little gems can be found on a Steam sale for like $3, $4, maybe even $10. But you can get those games really cheap. D says Xbox has lost the plot. Obviously. D, by the way, if you want to join me, my friend, you can join me. I can send you a link if you want to. If anybody else wants to join, just let me know. I'll send you a link. We can talk on this, because I would love to invite people and just, have a good dialogue about this, It's insane. It's insane. Hold on. Let me send something out. Yeah, so I don't know, people. You in the chat, let me know. I mean, what do you guys think about all this? I know some of you I've read already. You're with me on this. You're pissed. You're upset, and rightfully so. You should be. Because it doesn't make any sense what they're doing. It doesn't. Yesterday they just said they made the most profit off of Game Pass at over $5 billion. And now all of a sudden, it's not enough. D, I sent you a link if you want to join, by the way. But yeah, it's insane. Bring in Tim Dog. Oh, Tim's always welcome. He's a friend as well. Just because, look, if I don't agree with people, doesn't mean I can't be friends with them. I've known these guys for 7 freaking years. They're homies, man. These people are always going to be friends of mine. We just sometimes argue. That's all. The Ruham, he says, Fonz, my worry is if there is a mass exodus from Game Pass, they'll just shut it down. I'm going to finish this out before I say my piece. They'll just shut it down. Then what happens to games in the DLC that you bought for the games in Game Pass? That's true. That's a good point. But here's the thing. At this point, I want them to shut it down. You heard me right. I want them to shut down Game Pass. Because I think this was inevitable. I said this last year to my good friends Colt, Zocker, Gaz. I said, Game Pass is going to shit the bed within the next 2 years. Mark my words. One of the ways it could happen is they price people out. What happened today? They've priced people out. And it sucks if you got DLC. That really sucks if you do. But at the same time, hold up, D's here. D, can you hear me? All right, he's trying to connect. Lord Metroid, member for 28 months. Thank you very much, Metroid. I imagine cutting friends because of disagreements. Look, I, I couldn't do that. Not over a disagreement like this. D, I can hear you, I think.
Okay, good. Just hear me? All right, okay.
Audio's pretty bad, but you're there.
Yeah, I'm in a mall. It's probably not optimal. I'll try to go back to my car. I'm charging it.
It's okay. It's okay. What's up, bro? How do you feel
Not
about this? What is Xbox doing here, bro?
now today I'm not trolling any Xbox fans today. Today I'm in the same camp with them because I subscribe to the Game Pass Ultimate tier
Yeah,
and
you do.
I am pissed off. This is ridiculous. A 50% increase it's ridiculous. I panicked this morning when I saw the news and I had to go and buy up all the old codes that I could get to stack my Game Pass membership at least for another year. And I was successful because a lot of the bigger retailers, I think they were also caught off guard with this information because they still have the old prices. So if you're lucky enough, some of these retailers still have the old prices. I would suggest pick up the old prices if you're an ultimate subscriber. But this is really bad news, and this comes after the heels yesterday. And I'll be honest, like today, I'm just going to be 100% transparent. Today, I'm like, oh, after the heels of the whole what is an Xbox debate, I was like, oh, Xbox guys have good news because Game Pass is profitable, and Sarah Bonds reported a $5 billion in revenue, and I was like, oh, that's great, and I was happy because I enjoy the Game Pass service. No matter what I think about Xbox's direction, I've always championed Game Pass, even with you know Microsoft's latest blunders and me being upset with them. I still champion the Game Pass service because I play my games on PC. And this is just ridiculous. This is the only thing positive that they really had going for them. And if they truly made $5 billion in revenue and the most revenue they ever made from the service, why are they increasing the price? And why are they taking Game Pass games, like day one games, out of the premium service? Like, why are you taking that out? That I just don't understand.
It's greed, bro. Plain and simple. That's all it is. It's greed. You can't blame the tariffs here. It's greed. When they upped the price of the console the first time a few months back, they people were saying, oh, it must be the tariffs and everything, but they had delayed the tariffs at that time, but they still did it, and then they did it again, and now they're saying it's because of the tariffs. Those tariffs are still on delay, but those prices are up. Those prices are expensive for these consoles, and now, like you said, the one thing they had going for them, where a lot of people were in agreement, best value in gaming, is no longer that. It's not the best value in gaming. They
No,
literally
not
would have to put 6 big titles at $70 a pop in there to make it a value.
And
That's
still, I have a video coming up later on tonight. I'll drop it. But still, even though, yeah, you'll get like maybe 6 games or something to make it worthwhile, you don't own those games, right? So a lot of the value is eroded. Like before, you didn't really care so much if you owned those games or not because the service was affordable. You got so many games. But now it's almost like you're better off just buying these games, just buying the games
mm-hmm.
that you want instead of subscribing to that service. And I don't know if that's the goal that they're aiming for. Perhaps they're regretting their decision of doing the Game Pass thing. But then I look at the PC tier, and the PC tier is pretty much unchanged. Yes, it went up like $4, but you still have day one access, and it's not as good value as it was obviously yesterday, but it's still a pretty good value. And the console guys are the ones that got you to the dance that are your bread and butter. And yes, on PC it's been a higher growth for Game Pass, but regardless, you got to take care of the console guys, and the console guys got really shafted compared
Oh,
to
yeah.
the slight increase on PC.
Well, even the PC is not worth it for me at $16.50. It's not. But that's me. That's a personal thing. I could see where it could be for others. But at $30 on your console, that is ridiculous. Xbox is king in the chat says, pony mentality at work here tonight. LOL. Xbox, make it make sense. Why did Microsoft up that price today? And are you still going to pay $29.99 a month, sir? because this is not a pony mentality. This is a consumer mentality. Gaming right now, all across the board, it's not just an Xbox problem, D. It's getting very fucking expensive. Very
Yes, man.
expensive.
I have not renewed my PlayStation Plus. I'm waiting for Black Friday for some type of deal. Like I've been out of it for like a good 6 months because I had it stacked for years. And then when it lapsed and I went to renew, I looked at the price. I said, what the hell?
Yep.
Are getting extremely expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. I had your mic up way too loud. Apparently, that's what some people were saying.
Oh, sorry.
But that's fine. That was my bad. I should have checked it.
I'm heading over to the Tesla in a second. So when I'm in the car, the speaker system should be a lot better. I'll be there like in 2 minutes.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Yeah, it's pure greed. I see you, Amka68. Pure freaking greed. That's what it is. And it's across the board. It's happening at Sony. It's happening everywhere on PC as well. And like I said, the reason why it fucking matters is because game prices will increase now. They're going up. And we've all seen the $80 price tag is coming. Yes, it's happened already. But I'm telling you right now, Xbox walked it back for a month. And now they thought, hey, how can we up those prices again? Let's up the price of Game Pass, making it a value for those that don't want to pay $80 for COD.
It's crazy. And then I think about the people that bought that pre-ordered the Xbox ROG Ally. We'll leave that debate whether or not it's an Xbox or not. We'll just leave that alone for now. And a lot of these guys were relying on their Game Pass service to play some of the games on there. And now the value proposition on that is a lot worse as well.
Yep, a lot worse. It's insane. I can't fathom. What did Xbox's King say? Fonz, bro, they just dropped today 42 games today on Game Pass. 42 what games? What fucking 42 games are we talking about here? Some old games? Some small games? Again, it's not the value that most of us are looking for. Period.
No.
When we joined Game Pass, for myself, when I joined it, it was because of day one exclusives on there and those big games that they said that they would put out there. Remember, they claimed to have put, we're going to put big games on there. We're going to have big blockbuster games every now and then. Where are they? Where are they?
Yeah.
Some people will look at games like South of Midnight and say, that's one of them. No, the fuck it ain't. It's a small game. That's a little fucking AA game.
And how much was that game retail anyways?
I don't know. But, I mean, you even look at something like that is worth it. Expedition 33, even that was only a $50 game.
Yep.
I bought that. I didn't play it on Game Pass. I bought it because it was worth it. And I'm of a different mindset now. This is where I don't align with you, D. It's like you still saw Game Pass as being value and everything and being a great service. Last year, I canceled it because I decided, hey, you know what? I don't like what Game Pass is doing to the industry. I would rather just buy my games because I started to think about what could happen. The more they raise the price, the more they raise the price of games. That's what I started to think about. And I said, hey, this is not good for the industry. So I canceled. And I said, you know what? Fuck them. What I'll do, though, is I'll wait till I build up 3 or 4 games that I want to play that's in Game Pass and then get Game Pass for 1 month and then get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's how I decided to play that game. But here's the thing. They don't want people doing that. They want you to stay subscribed. And those of you that are staying subscribed for a year, you're not really getting your value. I'm sorry, you're not. When's the last time they even put 4 big games out on that service? I'm talking 4 blockbuster $70 games. New games. When?
Yeah. Long time.
I can't tell you because it's never happened.
I switched to the car. I switched to the car. Do I sound better?
A tiny bit. You're good. I can hear you just fine. Nixie says, I'm not getting $360 of value each year. Not even close. No, you're not. Most people aren't. And I think some people that are out there in the Xbox community that say they are lying. Some of them. Some of them. Just to cap for Xbox. That's what a lot of people do. I mean, fanboys are going to fanboy.
Yeah.
It's funny, you guys will constantly say, Fonz, you're an Xbox shill, blah, blah. Bro, I've never been an Xbox shill. I don't shill for Xbox. I don't shill for any of these companies. And I speak my mind like this. Today, I'm getting called a pony by Xbox is king. There you go.
Wow.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, I care about consumers more than I care about these corporations.
But you see,
it's been like this forever.
It's this type of reaction and this type of behavior from some Xbox fans that emboldens Microsoft to make these type of decisions, because some guys just don't call them out on their stuff. Like, how, as a consumer, can you not be calling out Microsoft here? Like, I saw some posts saying, "Oh, it's a great value. It's still a great value. It's like the price of 6-7 games. I buy like 6-7 games a year. It's a great value." Listen, any service that has an immediate increase of 50% is not good for any consumer. I don't care what product it is.
It's a very egregious fucking price hike. It is very egregious. I cannot stress that enough. I don't know when the last time I've seen a product go up by 50%.
Yeah,
that is huge. And this,
huge.
Thank you for saying this, by the way, this comment. Viking PS5, they say, at Fonz, you know what's crazy? They still don't have all the CODs in Game Pass, yet they're trying to charge $30 a month. Make it make sense. They don't have a lot of their fucking games in Game Pass. A lot of people have been screaming about that for years now, especially since ABK got taken and Bethesda and all that. All their games aren't out on Game Pass. They should be. They're not.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me, oh, it's because they need to do something for this and that, behind the scenes. No, bullshit. No. You just put the fucking game on there. It's already on the consoles.
Yeah, and like, first of all, yeah, it's already on the consoles. It's already on the PC. The PC storefront. What was the other storefront that they had before Activision had? What was it called? Was another storefront for COD that you could launch your games from it. I forget the name of it right now. But it's available on it's available on PC. All of the games, it's available on console. There's no reason for those games not to be in that service. They're not even like they're new games. They're old. Yeah, Battle.net. Yes, yeah. Battle.net. Yes, they're older games. What is the excuse for them not even, like, it's not like, oh, it's a new game, we're trying to milk it, so we're gonna release it as late as we can just to milk it. These are old games. Put them on the damn service.
Can I ask you something, D? Yeah, I know you said that, you were liking Game Pass and everything. Was there consistently always something for you there on Game Pass new every month?
Not every month. No, not every month. Yeah. And mind you, when I got Game Pass, I did that whole, get the core and stack it, and stack it for like 2-3 years, and I'm paying a really cheap price. So it was like extra value for me, right? So, I'm in a little bit of a different category because I wasn't paying that much for it. But, now with this price increase, to be honest with you, my subscription ends in November. I checked today when it ends November 20th this year. And if I didn't get another year worth of codes, I would be paying like almost 3 times the price. For instance, 1 month in Canada is like, I don't know, $20 or something, right? For Game Pass Ultimate. After this update, I don't know, it's like $35 or something a month, right? It's a substantial increase, and across the world, like, I'm looking at other regions, it's just a huge price increase, and it's bad when your servers get shut down because too many people are trying to cancel the service. That's bad.
Oh man, this guy on Twitter, he said, to be fair, $10 is nothing with the amount of savings you get. What fucking savings are you talking about, man?
Listen, like, if we were getting all of the...
If we were just jumping in for 1 month, I get it. You could save a lot if you could play a bunch of games within 1 month for $30. But for a whole fucking year, $360 is not a lot of savings.
No.
That's a lot of money. No. I looked it up, guys. Do you know that the average gamer spends less than $320 a year on games? On console, mind you. On PC, it's cut in fucking half.
Yeah.
because games are cheap
People
for
aren't
starters.
spending $360 a year. The majority of gamers aren't spending $360 a year on games. So how can you tell me this is savings? The facts don't fucking lie. Numbers don't lie. Stats don't lie. This is not a fucking value.
Listen, if we were getting all of the multi-plats that come out on the consoles, you know, for the fall season, for the spring season, and this was in the service, sure, that would be great savings. But that's not what we're getting. That's not, what are we getting that we're looking forward to? Call of Duty, I don't know. There's like, I can't think of all the names right now, but there's like
so
a good
next
4
year,
games.
supposedly, you've got Gears E-Day next year. Great game, right? You got possibly Fable if it doesn't get delayed again. You got Fable. Right. Then you've got Forza Horizon 6, another good one. And then you've got COD. You've got 4 games there. Now, if this was at the last price point, I would say, okay, that's some value there.
Yeah.
But now, that's not enough. That's not freaking enough.
You're better off buying those games individually and owning them for the same amount of money. So where lies the value?
D, less money. That's the thing.
Really?
That would be even less than the $360. Yeah.
That's crazy.
D, what do you call it? They're still $70 a pop right now. So even if they had 5 games in there, that would be $350.
Yeah.
For 5. You'd have to have 6 big games in there at $70 a pop to be worth it, to have some value.
Yeah. It's true.
I've got Danny Passion Official here. He wanted to join and chime in and give his 2 cents on the matter.
Danny!
Danny, can you hear him? Can you hear us? He's trying to get his stuff together. We'll leave you there, Danny, when you can, talk, and we'll get to you. Seems like Xbox's king is having a conniption fit right now. Xbox, I let anybody come into my chat and talk and say their piece, but right now, man, you really are talking a little bit crazy because the value just ain't there anymore. $30 is a tall ask from gamers.
Yeah, it is.
What other sub-services out there that it is even this much? I don't know of one.
Nothing. Not even my Disney membership is that. Not even my Netflix. Like, what are we doing?
Netflix, the highest tier of Netflix, I think, is $23, something like that.
Yeah.
Which I even said this last year. I could see if Xbox raises to $25. That would be the highest I would go for Game Pass. Now that it's $5 more than that, I'm like, wow, they are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know who is running the show there, but it's not being run well.
I think
Netflix,
it's obvious.
of course, is trash too, but I'm just saying it's like $23 now. And that is like the most expensive media out there, subservice in any media. Well, now it's Game Pass, but
I think it's obvious. They want the game sales. They want gamers to buy the games. I think it's pretty obvious.
Hold up. Xbox is king. You're Canadian. You were already paying $26 a month, and now you're saying you're okay with paying what? What is it going to be? $40 a month?
Yeah, it's close to 40 with the taxes. Yeah, with the taxes, it's close to 40.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Hell no.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Think about it, bro.
I see. I don't like. Come on. You can like a brand, and you can have fair criticism against the brand without disliking the brand. Just fine if you want to like Xbox, but look at it objectively. A 50% increase for the same thing that you were getting yesterday. Come on, make it make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make a lick of sense. All these companies, all they've been doing this past fucking 5 years has been saying how they're making record profits, yet they're still increasing prices. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't fucking make sense. I'm sick of it. And I'm to the point now where, anybody out there that says, hey, this is the best value in gaming, I'm calling your ass out. I don't give a fuck. It's not the best value in gaming. At least not for the majority of people. Maybe some of us don't play all those titles. Most of us don't play all those titles that get into Game Pass. Let's be real. But maybe there's a very few percentage of you out there that actually love all those small titles, freaking play it all the time. Hargeet is one of those guys. He plays all that shit. He actually loves all that shit. That's his prerogative. For him, if it's still a value, go for it. But for the majority of gamers out there, no, they're not. This ain't it. This is not value.
I don't even think
far from
Hargeet can
value.
find the value. When you see Paris,
All right,
and
maybe.
Paris is
There's
pretty
Danny.
Oh, I
Paris is
see.
pretty pro Xbox, extremely pro Xbox at times. And when you even see him saying that the price is high, come on, man. Like, we just got to be objective here.
Oh,
Hey, Danny.
did Paris come out and say it's too high?
He said that the $30 is the red line.
There you go.
I've agreed a lot with what Paris has said over the years. Don't get me wrong. But I'm glad he sees that now, especially because Paris was one of the guys who kept saying that it was a great value in gaming. And I didn't really dispute him because for some, I could see it with that last price. With this price, I fucking can't see it. Danny, welcome to the show, man. First time on GTL. What say you on the matter? How do you feel? Danny? Danny? I heard you. He's gone. When you get back, Danny, you can give us your thoughts. Fixer in the chat said even Costco removed Xbox and GameStop made fun of Xbox on Twitter about it.
Oh my God. At GameStop, did you see the post from GameStop?
No.
Oh my God. First of all, they said, you know, I think they said $30 or something. They said own the game forever or something like that. And they said, you know, math isn't hard. And then they said, don't call it a comeback. They had another meme of Game Pass coming out at $20 and gamers saying, yeah, screw you, GameStop. I don't need you. And then the price increase of Game Pass and all the gamers coming back to GameStop. And they said, don't call it a comeback. Man, they were going ham. I haven't posted on my X, one of them. You can just pull it up, but
that's crazy. But
yeah,
no, look, anybody like when I heard about them kicking out the Xboxes at Costco, I was talking with some close friends of mine and they were like, oh, that doesn't mean anything. I'm like, bro, it means something. It means that they're not selling. That's what it means. Because here's the one thing a lot of people negate to think about. It costs money for these stores for retail space. This is one of the things that, you know, is included in the cost of games, actually, is the cost of retail space and consoles as well. So if it's not selling, it's just costing them money sitting on the floor. They've got to move it. And Costco has made that decision to get rid of consoles. And here's the thing, with the price hike on the consoles, D, and with now the price hike with Game Pass, it does feel like, A, they want to get out of the console market eventually. I know they're coming out with a console next year or the year after. I know they're going to have one more, but I don't really think their heart is in the console market anymore. I think that they just want to be multi-plat, and I think that they now want to get out of Game Pass. I really do. Because this price just kind of shows you. Like, you just rubbed in our face yesterday that you made over $5 billion last year, and today you're upping the price. I'm sorry. That's a big fuck you to the consumer.
huge.
They spat in your face, Xbox is king, and you took it.
Yeah.
Some of you, a lot of you out there are of the mindset that this is it. This is where I draw the line. That's a lot of the DMs that I've gotten from people. This is the last straw. That's what I'm being told. This is it.
Yep.
From longtime Xbox users. It's not a good look. I don't know how Xbox spins this. I don't know how anybody would spin it. How can you defend this? Look, guys, the one thing I've been trying to stress for many years, even when I was on RDX with Dealer and everything, is like, I was that guy who always stressed about consumerism and you being these companies either being pro-consumer or not pro-consumer. And if they're not pro-consumer, fuck them. Think about yourself. That's what I constantly pushed year after year. Think about your wallet, not fucking theirs. Don't think about, oh, well, you know, this was going to be inevitable. They need to charge more eventually. Blah, blah. You shouldn't care about any of that shit.
Yep.
You shouldn't even think about that shit. That should never cross your mind. You should always be thinking about your own goddamn wallet.
Yep.
That's all I've stressed for years. And I thought at one time, because I really did believe this, I still believe it to a certain extent. Xbox was the most pro-consumer company for a while there. They really were, D.
Yeah,
They're not anymore.
No,
They're being run by Microsoft. It is obvious. It is painfully obvious that this is Microsoft through and through. This is no longer Xbox. The people at Xbox aren't really running the show. It's Microsoft. It's Microsoft. And I'm passionate about this stuff, and I may curse and stuff because, yes, this type of stuff, this hobby that we all love, it all gets affected. It all does.
Sad, man. It's a sad, like, never thought I'd see the day, man, that they would raise the price by such a high margin and take games out of a tier of Game Pass service. Like day one games, you're like, oh yeah, we'll put those games in there within a 12-month window. Like, come on, man. What are we doing?
Xbox is King in the chat says,
You
Fonz,
know
what you're
what?
doing is like me saying you shouldn't buy PlayStation games because I don't think they're worth any value. It's all subjective. You're right. You're right, Xbox is King. It's all subjective. But when it comes to the point of how much these games cost, how much these games are within Game Pass that they're shoving in there all the time, they're not really expensive games. And a lot of them are older titles. When you get the new ones, half of them aren't even $70 games.
Yeah.
So are you getting the value? Do you play all those fucking games? I'm sorry. I don't think you do, Xbox. I don't think you do, Xbox is King.
Hey, fun.
Yeah,
You
what's
guys
up?
hear me?
Danny,
you
I
hear
hear
me?
you now.
Yeah, cool. So, thank you for sending it by first. D, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Been a while.
we finally agree on something, man. This is
We
really, really bad.
finally agree.
Man, this is bad. Like, look at me. Like, right now, like thinking about this, like how as soon as I saw this, I was driving to pick up my daughter to school, and I was like, what? I was expecting maybe $23, but thirty
Yeah.
dollars.
Yeah.
When right now you can, fun, you can go now and in the internet like us and for PC you can buy it for all the platform, but you can buy
Yep.
the key for
Yep.
those games that they have there. Like right now this year, the game that I was more hyped coming to Game Pass was starting with Avowed. Sucks. I played it. I didn't like it. A few other coming from Xbox.
Same with me.
Like
I did not like Avowed. I
yeah,
did not like it.
exactly. Yeah, but if you're gonna go buy it now, like, I mean, yeah, I tried there. It was fine. I said, okay, that's fine. But for $30, I wouldn't try those games.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch somebody else playing the game. If I see like a 30-minute, 1 hour, okay, I like it, then I can go buy the game, like pay the price because right now Expedition 33 is under $30. That's like a
Yeah,
1 month
yeah.
Game Pass. If you get the one that just came out, this $20, 6 on, you can buy it for $17. Like when you talk about it, like with 2 months of Game Pass, you can buy 3 games to keep you busy until something else comes out.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, you really can. And especially now with the Steam sale, there's always a Steam sale.
Yeah.
Winter,
Yeah.
summer, fall, you spring, you've got your sales. And
Yeah.
they're really big sales. Like right now, you can buy a ton of those games that are in Game Pass for cheap. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I played Doom the Dark Ages on Game Pass, and I really liked the game, and I have fun. But it wasn't for too long, and I went ahead and I bought the game. I pay full price. I mean, I bought it in one of the, I think CD Keys, one of those places. I got the actual key for the game, and right now it's, I think it's $60. But 3 weeks ago I saw the game for $28. So under a full month of Game Pass. So when those games that may push me to get to buy the game in Game Pass, when I see the price, I say no, forget about it. Yeah, I think they're gonna have to do something about it. I don't think they're gonna lose a lot of people with this one.
Oh, yeah. They crashed the site today, Danny. People trying to unsub from Game Pass. They crashed it.
Yeah, I'm not subscribed because last time I was subscribed to Game Pass, I had like a 9 months free, like with they give you 3 months every time you buy a PC. But I got like a ROG Ally X, I got a new laptop and a bunch of the thing, and I got like 9 months for free. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna continue after that. But then I saw they went up from I think a 15 to 20 something. I said, I'm not doing that because if I'm not using it, what to pay? Why pay that? You know? And now 30, I won't do it. Sorry, but I won't.
Yeah. Yeah. Fixer Silk Song's a great game, and it's awesome that's in Game Pass, but it's also not an expensive game either. You'd be spending more money at $30 than the actual game if you just bought it. There you go. I mean, because what you got to look at this is you have to dissect it. You have to really go into, am I getting a game every month in Game Pass? Is it paying for that $30? Am I getting that? I wasn't. And I know a lot of people who said the same thing. They weren't either. At the end of the day, this is $360 a year now. Mm-hmm. This isn't chump change. This isn't, I saw some people trying to say, oh, you're just broke. Fuck you. It's not about being broke. It's about where I spend my money. I don't spend $360 on games every year. I don't. It's rare that I ever spend over $200 on games a year. I might buy 3 games at the most in a year. And then my other time is spent with smaller titles or early access games like PoE 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I game all the fucking time, but I don't buy but 2 or 3 games a year. Not at $70 fucking dollars. I don't even pay the $70, mind you. I even buy my games on websites for $10 less. Because Fonz, refused to pay $70. I did it one time with Ragnarok, and I fucking regretted it. Not saying it was a terrible game, but it wasn't worth the $70 fucking dollars.
I agree.
No 100%. Game is in my opinion. So I'm not buying any games at $70. I'm not doing it. I'm sure as hell not going to pay $80 for a fucking game. I'm not doing that either.
I just don't understand people saying, "Oh, broke mentality, broke boy energy." Like, it's not like all of us can afford to buy these games. All of us can afford to pay for this service, like realistically. But if the value is not there, like I don't understand. I don't need to prove to somebody that I can afford to get it, so I'm going to get the service. If the service doesn't offer a good value, it doesn't offer a good value. It's like stop making excuses and deal with the reality of it. Stop accepting all of these shortcomings and shortcuts that Microsoft is giving you gamers, and let your voice be heard so things will change. Because if you don't voice up your concerns and you just continue to take it, they're going to continue to give it to you like that.
Yeah, D,
100%.
but those people who talk like that, they don't see the like you are a PC gamer. Fonz is a PC gamer. I'm a PC gamer. I spend, D, you helped me to build the PC that I have, around over $5,000.
Yeah,
with
it's a
everything.
lot.
Then over $5,000 to build a PC.
You spent $5,000 just to play Roblox? Damn. I'm just kidding.
I'm sad about my voice, guys. Like I don't know, I'm alive now, but I had like a really bad fever yesterday, so I sound
sorry.
like that. But anyway, thanks God, I'm doing better. But the thing, we spend a lot of money on PC, like to build a PC, and you're telling me that we are like cheap because we don't want to pay $30 a month for Game Pass? Like talking about Game Pass, it's not that. It's like we pay. I spend in the PC $5,000, right? But I have it since like 2022, and it's still a PC that's relevant today, right? I still can have 2 more years with it. So the thing is, like, it's not about being cheap. It's about how you spend your money. And at the end of the day, man, like I don't care what people say about it. If I'm gonna buy something because it's good, I do it. Look, I want to get a Switch for my wife. She's not even a gamer, but she's like, I want the Switch too. When she saw the price of the game, she said, I don't need it. I said, I can get you the console, but I want to pay that amount for games. I'm not gonna pay $1 for games. Look at that. A non-gaming person doesn't want the console because of the price of the game.
Oh God, Xbox is king. Said I ain't glazing. I'm frontline, baby. We hold the line. What fucking line are you holding?
Oh, come on.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you're holding on to fucking Xbox's cock. That's what you're holding on to. I'm sorry, but that's what it is now.
Yeah.
If you're gonna try to tell me that you're holding some type of line right now, it's the wrong fucking line, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely wrong line. Price hikes, especially a 50% price hike on any product, is egregious as fuck.
Yeah.
And for anybody to
100%.
defend that is insane to me.
And
I'm gonna tell you
most
something.
companies,
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, most companies, like even when they need to raise the price to that level, they do it over a period of time, right? They do it like in
Yep.
stages.
Yep.
Microsoft's like, just screw it, 50%.
Nope. I'm gonna tell you something. I was about to say, like, if the people start like just like a siding with Expo, like kicking ass with Expo, sorry. So like maybe we can get them to realize, oh, if they get like let's say they have like a 30 million subscribers right now. If they didn't lose 500,000 subscribers just tonight, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something tomorrow, because when I say like, oh, this amount just one day, think about when people keep finding out, oh, they're charging me more in my card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but when people, I know it's fine with me. It's fine with me. They don't care.
Yeah, yeah. And for anybody out there to say anything like, against me when it comes to my rant and what I've ranted about in the past and stuff, I've always been pretty damn consistent. Okay, I've personally I've met Phil in person. I've met Sarah Bond in person. I've met Jason Ronald in person. These people are nice people. Don't get me wrong, nice people. But they're not your friends. They're not my friends. They're not my friends.
Yep.
I don't have to defend every fucking thing their companies do. Shout out to Jason Ronald. He is kind of a friend, though. I talk to him a lot, but he's just the guy working on the boxes and shit. Anyways, the ones making the fucking decisions on this shit, they gotta go. Whoever it is, if it's Satya, I don't know, Phil at this point, like, you guys are killing your brand. And is Xbox bigger than it's ever been? Yes. Based on the acquisition with ABK, they've made a ton of money, a shit ton of money. Because let's face it, the mobile King itself has made them so much money. Activision's making them so much money. But at the same time, they can't keep fucking you. And you shouldn't keep taking it.
Yeah.
Fuck these people. Fuck corporations, man. If they're fucking you like this, go somewhere else.
And just the
Fuck,
fact that,
did. I went to PC because I couldn't take the shit anymore.
and the part that grinds my gears is that they just came out yesterday saying that this is the most revenue that they've ever made.
I know,
$5 billion, only 24 hours later to raise it by 50%.
Yes, man. That's pissed me off.
That's crazy work.
Yeah. You're gonna fucking look at all your consumers in the eyes and tell them we had our most profitable year, and then the very next day spit in their face. It's fucking bad. And for you that are defending it, you're basically just opening your mouth to them as they spit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. That's the way I look at it. I'm not that guy. They spit at me, I'm covering up, and then I'm fucking socking the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. But a lot of you out there just do some, I don't know, some kiki ass shit. I don't know what you're into, but that ain't me. If a company just royally fucks me, I'm out. I'm fucking out. And yeah, by the way, this is not a children's show. You can curse. Feel free. I made that decision last year. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of the cookie cutter fucking being nice and, not cursing and fuck that. Just be real. This is me when I'm at home. This is how I talk. This is how I'm going to talk on my fucking podcast. You don't like it? Fucking go. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remind me that I produced a podcast for a couple, and they say like, "This is my podcast. You can do whatever you want and say whatever you want." That's what they always say. I agree, man.
Sometimes they don't, though. Sometimes you go into some podcasts, it's like, "Hey, you can't curse," and that's fine. That's the way they run their shit, Especially if they have industry folks and all that, because there ain't no industry folks coming here. That's for sure. They're not going to come here.
You never know.
No, not at this point. Hell no, they won't. Shit. You remember D, when we had Aaron Greenberg on,
Yeah,
and then I
yeah,
questioned him about that shit, and then what happened? Oh, we weren't allowed to get any more industry guests on the
Ooh,
show.
RDX, right?
yeah,
RDX. That was
yeah,
RDX.
yeah, yeah.
RDX.
I think I was listening that day.
Yeah, we always kept it real. We had
Man, I
Yeah,
Patrick
because
miss
on.
RDX.
because again, I'm the Xbox shill, but I questioned him about $70 games. I'm like, you guys aren't going to do that though, right? And they didn't like that. They didn't like me
Yeah,
questioning that. But
yeah.
fuck it, I'm going to do that. I don't care who you are. I remember the first time I ever met Phil in a party chat, they told me right before I went in there, Fonz, you can't ask him any questions. What did I do as soon as I got in there? I started asking questions because that's me. I'm not going to
Yeah,
fucking be silenced. I'm not going to fucking stop what I'm doing personally. Like, this is what you're going to get. Like, man, I just can't stand when people critique you so much. It's like, you know what? Do your own fucking show and see how it is. Make your own
yeah,
podcast. Go out there and talk to these people and at least see how great it is. Because there's a lot of people with bigger shows out there. But when you see him interview somebody like Phil, it's always like, so what's your favorite color? Nobody gives a fuck
yeah,
what his favorite color is. Nobody
yeah,
gives a
yeah,
fuck. Ask him the
yeah.
hard questions. Are you going to $80 games, Phil? They won't.
They
They
don't.
won't.
They
Because
don't. They
it
don't.
every time they're afraid of losing that freaking communication with them, losing
Yeah,
something from these corporations. I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
I can't lose shit. I'm fucking retired. You can't fire me from anywhere. Can't cancel me. I don't give a fuck.
I, I,
I'm
I'll,
going to
I'll,
speak my
I'll,
mind.
I'll leave them anonymous because yeah, I know you don't need drama on your show. But
Oh, it's all
I
good.
saw. No, it's okay. I saw somebody on a podcast, talking about the price increase and saying, "Oh, well, listen, man, this is just the state of it is." Da 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 da, and then they went on to say, you know, these executives, they're not your friends. And like this person is like at every single event with these guys taking pictures and stuff. So like I don't know, man. I like it's just I just gotta be honest. The Xbox fan base is like all over the place, and like honest to tell you, one thing I like about you, Fonz, like we can have our disagreements, and we do have our disagreements at times, but I
Mm-hmm.
know that you're authentic. I know that if even we
Where
disagree on
my
something.
argument comes from is real. And I'm not just
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's
yeah,
not, it doesn't come from a fake place.
yeah.
And I respect that. But there's like other Xbox content creators, you know, they're very disingenuous. Instead of just having a heart to heart and a real moment with Xbox fans, instead they just don't want to piss off their followers or, the Xbox brass. And they just carry on with this stuff when they have the ability to actually move the needle and change the situation by just the sheer amount of followers that they have and the voice that they can give to these followers for those followers to voice their voice and possibly make a change.
Yep. Yeah,
I think
and
they're
that's
there for
one of
the
the
clip.
things. Like I never do something like this. I
My car's charged.
usually
One
when
second.
I
I'm just going to go
usually
plug it out.
usually when I boycott things, I do it for myself and my reasoning. But I implore you people out there to at least think about what you're spending your money on. If you're one of those who continues to say, "Hey, I'm going to let it ride for a whole year," and you're going to be paying $360, at least think about that. And maybe because those games, maybe you're not getting a game every month that's in the service that's worth it for you. Maybe start unsubscribing and resubscribing when you get a few games built up in Game Pass. Play those games for a month and unsub. Do what I'm doing. Fuck Game Pass.
Fonz, but that's not even worth it anymore, I think, right?
Well, if you get like 3 big games, let's say you get 3 $80 games, because this is their move. I know they're going to go to $80 games now. You get 3 $80 games and you subscribe to it for 1 month and pay that $30. Play those 3 games and unsubscribe. Don't keep it.
Yeah, but what I mean is that it's not worth it anymore because gaming is something that you enjoy the most when you have more time playing the game, right? Let's say like for me, I'm a person who I work a lot, but I get home, I tell them to put 2 or 3
True,
hours
you're
in the
right.
game.
You're right. You don't
So
have
you know
the
what I mean?
time.
Like by the
Yeah.
time that I play 3 games or even 2 games, it's not worth it because like right now you're playing PoE 2, right? You've been playing that game. You put a
Yep.
lot of hours. I put a lot of hours
Oh
too.
yeah.
But either way, like if it was in Game Pass, $30 a month, it wouldn't be worth it. Better buy the game.
Yeah. It's
You know what I
funny.
mean? So we pay.
Somebody tried to tell me a couple of weeks back that I don't play games. I'm like, have you seen my Steam fucking account? Have you seen the hours I've put in these games? I think I could blow away so many in the community with the hours I put in PoE2 alone.
I'm ashamed to show it because I play a lot.
It's hundreds, almost
Yeah,
1,000 hours in PoE2 alone.
yeah.
People just they don't.
Can I ask a question?
Anyways,
Can I ask a question, Franz? Because I know you are more involved in the industry than me. I just
oh,
listen to
I'm
you
not
guys.
involved in the industry at all.
But I,
I've just met people just, going to different events and stuff, but it's like I'm not part of any industry.
yeah,
Not a
what I
plant,
mean is
bro.
like
Don't
I
say
meant I
that.
had to rephrase this better. What I mean is like
Yeah.
you have more knowledge of like because you have shows. I don't have a show life, so
Mm.
you have to like to you know more about like what this company have been doing and then what they're doing next.
Sometimes I
Exactly. Yeah.
hear.
But
Yeah.
I've seen you like you put some stuff out there like this thing. They coming to you. They're not gonna last long before they raise the price again. Like things like that. My
Hmm.
question is related to like is the Xbox dead for real now? Because
No,
looking at this, like
Xbox itself is not dead. They're going to be huge. They're a big third-party publisher. I think the Xbox.
the console. I'm talking about
I
the
think the
console.
console's fucking dead.
Okay.
Console's dead. Like the ones that are out there, of course, they're still gonna operate just fine. You're gonna continue on with all the updates and stuff. But right now, as it stands, Mike Ibarra is 100% right saying that the console itself is dead. Like nobody's buying that from here on out. Nobody's buying an $800 fucking console. Um, People want to say that, oh, well, look at the PS5 Pro, that's selling well. It's not selling great. I mean, for what it is, I guess it is selling pretty good, but it's not fucking something that everybody's running out and getting because $700 is a tall ask for gamers to buy a console. At that point, you got to start thinking PC. At that point, it's like, well, because I went to Costco. They had a 4070 Ti for $1,500 pre-built PC,
Wow. Look at that.
$1,499. Like that's a great price for a very decent card, and
Yeah.
and it'll beat your PS5 Pro,
Hmm.
but you got to spend the extra money. But in the end, what I always tell people about PC gaming, which is awesome, is you buy games cheaper. It's so
Yes.
much cheaper. And if you did want Game Pass still, it's a lot cheaper on PC.
On
But
PC, yes.
even there, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you know what another thing about Game Pass that annoys the shit out of me, Danny, is that I've actually tested a couple of games where I was playing it on Game Pass on my PC through Game Pass, and it would have like stutters or something was happening with the game that wasn't quite right, or the UI was different than the Steam versions, and I would play the Steam version. Steam version was much better, and I found out they're different fucking games.
Yes.
They're the same game, but they're different in that one is updated, has other features and stuff within the game, like that you can go in there and toggle on, toggle off on Steam, but you can't do it on the Game Pass version.
Exactly.
And then also, you can't mod the shit out of a Game Pass game if you want to mod the game. You can only do certain things. You can't do script mods or anything like that, but you can do it on the Steam version. Like, there's so much more you could do with the Steam version. So I'm like, why am I going to pay a worse version of a game through Game Pass? I'll just buy it on Steam and play it there.
No, fun. The same thing happened to me. Sorry to carry out, but I didn't think it was Indiana Jones or Doom. What this year? I was playing one of those games and on Steam. I mean on Game Pass, and the thing was the game first it took longer to load. Like when you open the game, it took longer to load, like way longer. I'm talking about maybe minutes. Like when they're doing like all the compilation stuff, it took way longer. The other thing was the same what you're saying. Like sometimes it crashes a lot.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot
because
more than Steam. And I'm like, what's
Steam
going
is
on here?
always up to date.
Yes.
It's always up to date.
Yeah, I
and
think
it
it's not
takes
worth it to.
forever to get the patches and stuff
Yes,
to get
yes. I
through
don't
the
know why.
Xbox, whatever
Oh, oh,
their program is to do
another
that.
annoying thing is like before I forget, it's like I don't know if you experience the same thing. Every time I open Game Pass, I need to do an update to the app. Why is it? Why is that? Like every time I open the app, I need to do an update. Steam, I
Yeah.
don't have to do those. Steam, like what's going on here?
Steam does update every once in a while. You'll see it, and it's really
But it's
quick. It's
so
just,
quickly, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like so
yeah.
quickly, and you don't have to every time I open the app, I have to go do that. Like, why is it? Like, it warning me that there's an update. I just ignore the update. I say no, I don't want to do it now. Forget about it because I get tired of it. But anyway, let's see what they do about it, man.
Yeah, I'm really wondering if well, we know they're not going to walk it back, and now I'm hearing rumors in the background. I'm reading it actually that right now, as of today, this morning, this is just speculation because this is some intel that I'm getting from some people. Intel. I'm sounding fucking stupid. Anyways, there's some information that I'm getting from people that know people. Already, it could be up to 10 million that have unsubbed today.
What? Oh wow.
That is what's being said. They could have already lost 10 million.
If
Up
it
to 10 million. I don't know if it's
better walk it
true,
back.
but this is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
'Cause I'm thinking like a 500,000, 1 million in 24 hours. It will help. It will
That'd
make
be
them change his
huge.
mind.
Yeah.
It would be huge. But 10 million, wow. And I'm gonna tell you, like when those people, a lot of people, they don't know the news yet. But when they see the card charge for that amount, they're gonna just walk back because same thing happened. In my wife wanted the subscription service for a movie. I remember she was having the subscription service there, and it's what you say, like, okay, you can have the subscription service and you can just watch the movie when they come out, whatever. But what she noticed was she was paying, I think it was Disney Plus. She was paying certain amount for the monthly, but she only watched like once a month, sometimes 1 month without using it. And she said, "No,
Yeah.
forget about it. I'm gonna just unsubscribe when they have something I like. I just jump in and do it if it's worth it. Forget about it because
Yeah.
it's not worth it, man. I'm telling you.
But now to even, like you were saying earlier, if you just wanted to try the game, $30 is a lot to ask to try the
just
game.
buy it. Just buy the game, and you like that's it. And you know what? Now you say that if the game is on digital and you have a console, just buy the game on GameStop, and you're gonna get more than 30 back. Literally.
Oh, there
like,
you go. There you go.
And you're gonna get more than 30 back for the game because if you don't like it, you play the game and just give it back. Because paying 30 for the game is not worth it anymore. Yeah, and one last thing I want to talk about, like the use I mean that topic, like if you will say like, okay, Call of Duty coming out just now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna say, oh, let me take Call of Duty. But the thing is, you're not gonna plan to play Call of Duty only 1 month. You wanted to play the game every
Yeah,
3 months.
for sure.
So
Call
if
of
you
Duty
play
is one of
3
those
months,
games you play for a while. Yeah.
yes. Myself, I play Call of Duty almost every year, 3 months. That's what I do, put in the game. Maybe not like only that game that I play, but at least 3 months I'm playing the game, multiplayer, whatever. If I'm doing that, that's $90 in Game Pass. I'd rather buy the game for $70.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I turned the car off and on, and it's properly on the Bluetooth, so I should sound actually better now. Do I?
Yeah,
It's okay.
it sounds
We
fine.
got you.
It
It's
sounds
not
fine.
perfect.
It's
I'm
the
using my
car
headset,
stuff.
man, for gaming headset. I'm pretty sure I sound really bad.
This is my first podcast from the Tesla. There we go.
There you go.
I just don't think Xbox is okay with losing millions of people in one day. I don't think they're going to be okay with that. Even if they were to cover, still with this price hike, the amount of people they lost, it's not what they wanted. They want people to stay subscribed and eat that cost.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I gotta say, the Game Pass service is one of those rare services that actually retained a lot of their customers because like
Mhm.
Ubisoft, EA, those services, a lot of people jump in and out for like a month, 2 months, and then they jump out. They rarely subscribe for the entirety of the year. Where Game Pass subscribers, for the most part, they were doing like 6 months, a year stretches, right?
Yep. Yep. Man, we're just a bunch of ponies today, guys.
I don't.
Man.
I know.
I know.
That is so unfair. That is so unfair because you guys are through and through Xbox supporters. Your podcasts are pretty much pro Xbox, and the one time you come out and you say, "Hey, this is egregious," now all of a sudden you're a pony. Like that was the thing with me. Like when I stood up and said, "Hey, I've had enough." Oh
No, but
wait.
D, you got it wrong. This is not an Xbox podcast, but I do have an Xbox diehard as a co-host, which is Hargeet.
True.
That's what it is. I'm not
What
an
is
Xbox
Hargeet?
guy.
What is
Never have
Hargeet?
been. Never will be. I don't bleed green. Never bleed green. But did I at one time celebrate the acquisition of ABK and all of that? Yeah, I did. But in hindsight, thinking back, I think it was just the start of the downfall of Microsoft, Xbox.
Hey,
1000%.
Nobody cheerleaded that ABK more than me. Man, the channel was on fire. I was doing tons of videos. I was excited. I was ecstatic. I was like, finally, Microsoft, they're going to be able to compete. And then they got all those games only to put them on everything. And that's when everything went south for me, man. That I got to be honest with you, man. The ABK deal was supposed to be, the ABK deal was like Anakin Skywalker, man. It was supposed to be the savior, and it turned out it was not, and they went to the dark side, man.
Yep. Yeah. Look at this. Like I was looking. I watched your show last week in Fonz, when you were talking about Wolverine, right? How Sony announced Wolverine. They pretty much, that's the first game they went back to single player game, to like they look good like how they used to be. And I was thinking the same thing, like, wow, Xbox, they got ABK, and it's been already 2 years, right? That they have like under the umbrella, and I haven't seen nothing great coming out of that yet.
Well, let me ask you, see, and that's the running thing that even me and Colt Eastwood talk about all the time. It's like, what does Xbox have that comes close to something like a Wolverine? They don't.
Exactly.
Nothing.
They don't.
Yep.
The best thing they've got, in my opinion, is Gears, the Gears franchise, and it's great to me. But man, I don't know what's going on. But with the Gears Reloaded that just came out, didn't seem like there was a lot of hype for Gears. And it's got me a bit nervous for E-Day. I hope E-Day does phenomenally. I want E-Day to be amazing. Because I personally want to play that game and have fun with it. But
Me too.
do they have anything that looks like Wolverine? Do they have anything that freaking grabs you like that? No.
Oh, Wolverine looks amazing. And I saw some guys, like, after the Wolverine came out, they tried to downplay it. And then, someone said something similar to what you said. And then guys were like, oh, Blade is going to kill Wolverine. And like, listen, I'm sure Blade's going to be an okay game. However, when I look at it, the art direction, the art style, the quality of it, it's not the same. They're not the same.
We haven't seen it yet. Yeah, we haven't seen it. You're right. We haven't seen the game.
We've seen a little bit of it to see the art direction, and it's not the same.
So somebody in the chat, I lost it, but somebody asked me, well, Fonz, what happens now with Xbox? What going forward? Well, what happens now is they just become a big, giant third-party publisher because they found that, PlayStation guys really do want to play their games. They're buying them. And I think that's the route they go. And they don't really care much about the console. That's why they jack the fucking price so high. They really don't care if they make a sale. They're making money on it. I don't think they're making any more Series X's and shit. I honestly think that stuff, they just have current stock, and whatever sells, and they're done. And I think with the next console, it's going to be the same type of way. They're going to put it out there, and there might be a shortage when people, the diehards, buy that new console, because I don't think they're going to make that many of them. What I think is going to happen is they're going to put a bunch out there, and then when they sell out, they're going to say, okay, so we know to make this many more. And they're just not going to make a lot of consoles because they know they're not going to sell a lot of consoles, especially at the price point. A lot of people are speculating for the kind of specs that they're talking about. You're talking about a $900 to $1,200 console. That is not going to be a big seller. They know this. They're not stupid. So they're not going to put a lot out there, just like they didn't put a lot of Asus ROG Ally X's out there
100%.
because it would be stupid to.
Listen,
because handhelds don't traditionally sell well, but I'm just saying that's the future. I think that happens, and with Game Pass, I've said this last year to Colt. I've said it to Zark. I said it to friends. I said I believe they're going to fuck up Game Pass. They're going to kill it, and one of the ways was they're going to price people out. This is the day it starts. Today is the day
Yeah.
it starts. The demise of Game Pass. I think it starts today. Doom and gloomy all you want. I don't give a fuck. That's how I feel about this. And I hope it crashes and burns at this
So
point. I hope it does.
when I look at what's going on with the Xbox consoles, how it's in less retailers, Costco, it's being removed. To me, that signals a lot of people say, "Oh, that signals are getting out of the console business." I don't think they're getting out of the console business just yet. To me, that signals that something else is coming. And if I just had to do a little bit of a prediction, I would say that third party Xbox PC hybrid probably going to get announced at the end of the year, and it's probably going to get released next year, because it doesn't make sense for you to move your hardware, even if it's not selling at the greatest rate. The less places you have it in, the less likely you are to sell it. It doesn't make sense from a financial or business standpoint. So I think another Xbox is coming in, and I think you're right, Fonz. I think they just don't care. It's like, well, listen, we'll make the money off of the hardcore Xbox guys that don't care, that will fork out the money to buy this console. We'll make our money off of the games on the PlayStation. We'll make our money off of the Xbox guys buying the games, because it's not in certain Game Pass tiers, and if they want to subscribe to Game Pass, we've raised the prices there, and we'll make our money there. I think they really
Fun,
don't care.
no, fun. D, but what you're saying, like, it doesn't make sense, right, for them to raise the price like that, right? But it doesn't
No,
make sense to do the same thing they just did with the Game Pass thing, right? Like, we don't even know what they're doing anymore at this point, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
back, I remember when RDS was live, like, you get used to say, like, oh, this is gonna be that, maybe just predicting this, that, and that, and usually you guys were pretty close to it. But right now, I'm gonna tell you, like, we don't even know what they're gonna do next.
yeah.
I see Mac in the chat says, "Wow, the crash out here is real." It's not a crash out. It's
Who's
an
crashing out?
awakening. It's an awakening, and hopefully an awakening for you that are listening, that are defending this shit, to open your eyes and say, "I'm just gobbling whatever the fuck they shove my way at Xbox." Because if you are willing to pay $30 a month for this fucking subservice in the condition it's in, with the type of games you're getting, you're fucking insane. You're insane to me. AJH, he said he believes that he could do a better job running Xbox. You know what, AJH? I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know what you do, but I believe you do a better job. I think anybody at this point can do a better job. I think fucking anybody can do a better job than what's going on right now with Xbox. They're tone deaf. They can't read a room. They can't fucking run a company to save their lives. You got ABK. You're making money. Now it just seems like must be the investors in Shadi. Must be that they just want more, and it's just greed.
Yeah,
That's all it is now.
It is
Just greed.
Especially if we take at face value what Sarah Bond said, that this is the most successful that Game Pass has ever been, and that it generated over 5 billion revenue. Then it's just pure greed.
Man, Magnum is really pissed. He's like, F PlayStation, F Xbox, F everything. I'm picking a new hobby, F gaming. A lot of people have already said, I've seen this actually, D, that they're being priced out of gaming, period. Like, it's just too expensive. And I don't blame them. With how the consoles are right now, like, most people, when you think of consoles traditionally, you're thinking of $400 to $500. And now that's not a reality anymore, especially going into next gen. You're looking at least $700. I cannot fathom a PS6 being 600. If it is, God bless him for being able to do that, but I don't see it without subsidizing.
No.
I don't see that, and I don't
It's
see them
1,000. It's gonna be
subsidizing. I think it's going to be at least $700, at least.
At least maybe they're gonna do how they did with the PS5 digital. It was cheaper, but they never have
Maybe.
it available. They never have it
Yeah.
available. Remember? I never saw one of those digital version. I
Yeah.
don't think that I remember. So
In the beginning, they were hard to find, extremely.
Yeah.
yeah, it was super hard
Unicorns.
because it was cheaper. They were making nothing out of it. No. Frank, can I tell you like my thought in Gears of War, because Gears of War is like my
go
favorite
ahead.
franchise
Go
ever.
ahead.
Like the first like I have so much memory from the first one in 2006, and I'm gonna tell you, when I saw the reveal trailer, I said like, wow, this is what we need. But then I was thinking about it. I say, the same people who work in Gear 5 and Gear 4 are the people behind this one, right? Some of them they left and all that. But the thing was, when I
Yeah.
saw Reloader, and they didn't put out Gears of War 2 remaster. Maybe the same stream and they didn't reload it. I was like, no, I think we're not gonna get a great game out of Gears of War E-Day. My expectation went like from 100 to like 30%, to be honest. Until I see the game, I don't believe it. I think that game gonna be cooked too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope not. I hope not. Danny.
I hope not.
I hope it's a great game.
I don't see anything that motivate me to see that game to be a great game.
Really?
Because when they put out a game like Avowed, like for them that was a great game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude.
It's not the same studio. Not the same studio from Microsoft. You know what I'm saying?
Obsidian. Yeah, but Obsidian wasn't known for their big like blockbuster type games. But I will say though, when I tried Avowed, I didn't like the feel of it, and I didn't like the narrative that I was getting, so I just quit.
Yeah, me neither.
But the feel of it was the worst part. Like it felt like I was skating on ice, almost moving around. It just didn't feel right. And I wanted to play in third person, and so playing it like that just felt off. So I just stopped playing the game.
Didn't the Coalition doing this now? Because it was the Coalition who did the remaster or not for E-Day. I don't buy the game. I wanted to play it. I said, I'm going to buy it on Steam to play the game online. And I said, I'm staying away from it because I saw all the crashes. Like, I'm saying, like, these are the people working behind E-Day. Man, until I see maybe it's going to be a good thing for me, having low expectation for that game. And I'm telling you, I'm a hardcore Gears of War fan. And I can tell you I have maybe over $1,000 in the multiplayer.
Yeah, that's a great point for the win. He says, if you're getting priced out of gaming, save up and get a good PC. Then you'll never spend money online and save on games and save money in the long term. That is his opinion. That is 100% right, dude. 100%.
And you would swear that's what they're trying to do, because if you look at everything, you know, they're pushed. The push with the ROG Ally. I'm not going to get into whether it's an Xbox or not, but they are pushing a lot of people into the PC ecosystem. And once again, if you look at the PC Game Pass, it is cheaper than the console variant. So it's like they're pushing gamers that way. And we know that the next Xbox console is going to be a PC hybrid. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, they're pushing people that direction, even with the next console, because they want to get out of the console business. This is my feeling. I'm not saying that I'm hearing anything, but this is how I feel.
I'm with you.
It's how it looks. It's the optics, man. This is what it looks like from an average consumer. It looks like you want out of it. And when you price something at 50% more, just like that in one day, after you've had record profits for the previous year, that to me also tells me you want out of fucking Game Pass too. That tells me that you want to have an excuse to say, hey, Game Pass is fucking dead, because you're killing it yourselves. Xbox is killing it. Mac, Xbox is king. Any of you out there listening to this that are defending this price hike, you are the small minority. From what I've seen on social media so far, there are millions canceling Game Pass. And they won't be back at $30 a month. So you are in the minority. You guys, maybe you can afford it. Maybe you're rich. Maybe you got that kind of bread. A lot of us don't. Yeah. I'm on a fixed income. I don't have that kind of money. I'm very picky with my games. And I'm sure as hell not going to spend $23 a month on fucking Netflix. I'm not going to spend $29.99 on fucking Game Pass. That's insane.
Yep.
It's crazy, but it's shameful at this point, you know? That's the way I look at it. That's the word of the day, is shameful when it comes to what Microsoft is doing, what Xbox is doing. That's the best word to put. It's shameful. You just said yesterday, record profit. Today, 50% higher. Fuck you. Seriously. Fuck you. We're not fucking playing that game. I hope millions of you cancel. I implore you to fucking cancel. It's not worth it. Those of you hanging on to it, by all means, that is your choice, but I'm asking you to really look into it. Every month, are you getting some type of value from Game Pass? Because most of us aren't. It's not worth it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have to shut down the show. It's been an hour and a half already, and I've got things to do. But before I go, I'll let you finish what you were going to say, Danny.
Oh, okay. So just quickly here, because some people, they usually keep having that mentality, and I know you. I think you used to have the same before. You say, before you became like a big PC gamer, you like the ease of sitting in your couch gaming.
Yep.
I have a question. When was the last time that you open your PC, you turn on your PC, and you open Steam to play a game, and you have to waste time? Because myself, I don't remember last time when that happened. I just turn on my PC, go to Steam, open the game, and I'm playing, unless there's something available.
Thanks to Hargy, he sent me the PC. But before that, I was already planning on building my own PC. Not a 4090 PC, but he got me a really good PC, a couple years back. And I'm telling you, when I turn it on, it comes up just as fast as my console does.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's nowhere near as slow as people think. I put on Steam. I put on a game, and I'm right there playing a game. And guess what? Yeah. If it's on an online game, it doesn't cost me anything to play online.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not a thing. I've already paid my internet bill. What the fuck are we paying online for? Online access on a console in 2025? Yeah. It's insane.
It is insane. And once again, this is
Xbox is king. That is a fucking lie. He says, and you sit in front of your tiny little monitor. LOL. You know what? I used to have my PC right next to my TV and my monitor set up. And guess what? I could play it on the TV if I wanted to. I don't want to. You know why? Because I got myself a good 32-inch OLED freaking great monitor from MSI.
OLED.
And, there you go. And it's quantum dot. And it's fucking beautiful. It kills my LG fucking TV. Shits all over it in the colors and stuff.
I remember when you got it, you were like, what the hell?
Yeah, I couldn't believe. And also because of the pixel density, everything looks fucking 4K.
And it's
everything.
Yeah, it's smooth. Yeah. 100%.
It's so fucking nice. And guess what else? Guess what else Xbox is king? I have 240 hertz. I can play 240 frames.
Yeah.
240 frames. I can get up there. You can't on your TV.
Fonz, I got to get out of here, man.
I'm leaving. Let everybody know where they can find you, D.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's a long time coming. We haven't done a podcast together in a while.
Oh, for sure.
You can find me on Twitter at D_Batch. You can find me on YouTube at DBatch. I have a video coming out maybe in a couple of hours discussing this whole situation, and it's a very fair video. So give it a watch. Once again, thanks for having me. Nice talking with you again, Danny, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, no problem.
Take care, D. Nice to hear you.
Later.
Danny Passion, I know you're a guy that's just, always in the chats, but you're a good guy. You're a good friend. You've always talked to me behind the scenes, and I appreciate you. If let everybody know where they can find your Twitter and all that social media.
Oh, well, I'm just like on Twitter, but I don't even use this platform. I would say whoever's here, just like subscribe to Fonz if you haven't. Support this guy. This is a good guy. And I've been listening to him since the RDX days. Him, D, Colt. I follow those people because I like how they are people they're not like following because of the corporation thing. If the corporation did something wrong, they're gonna mention it. They won't take quiet. And I think it's people think it's not, but there's an effect on that. If you hide what corporations are doing, at least 10 people were like, oh, he's right, but they don't pay attention. They don't look at the full picture. And those people will be convinced for what you're saying. If you lie, they're gonna be lied to. If you keep it how Fonz does, Colt, and all those people, and so I appreciate that. That's why I've been following you guys. So the only thing I would say, you don't have to follow me because I don't really deal too much with social media. But thank you, Fonz. I've been a while trying to get to your
You're
show,
welcome, dude. And yeah, you've asked me to be on the show in the past too, and I just, for some reason, I just forget and stuff. But I'm glad that you said, hey, I can make it today. I appreciate your kind words and everything. You've been a long-time listener. Appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody else in the chat. Even if you don't agree with me, I still appreciate you for coming in and listening. With that said, until next time, guys, I won't be here this Saturday doing a show. This was the show because I've got something important to do with family, but hey, at least I got a show in there this week, and it was on a great day with not so great, news, but hey, at least we were able to talk about it. Until next time, guys.
Take care, everyone. Bye.